So who is the noteworthy name that's going to take up the role of Hal Jordan in Lanterns? Well, it seems like now we know. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the new rumors making the round, claiming that the one and only Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Hal Jordan in the upcoming DCU Lantern series. Well, if you're a fan of the Green Lantern, you know this Lantern series has been in production for a really long time, and actually was something that predates James Gunn and was a completely different show that got through the whole casting process only to eventually get pretty much totally scrapped, and the new DCU came up with a whole new take. Now, we've been told for a while that a noteworthy name was being sought to play a much older, more grizzled version of Hal Jordan, and now we've got a new rumor that seems to suggest that the one and only Josh Brolin has been offered a role. Now, initially, this was coming from Nexus Point News, but to be fair, since then, Jeff Snyder has also chimed in and confirmed himself that the role was offered to Brolin, but they don't know if he's actually taken up the part, and he might very well decline it. Now, Brolin has a lot of experience in the superhero genre. He played Thanos in the MCU, played Cable in Deadpool 2, and if you remember, he also played Jonah Hex many years ago, so he is very familiar with the superhero genre and has definitely had his ups and downs. Now, obviously, if Brolin takes this role, this is one heck of an interesting pick, and honestly, he was not a name that was on my list. Hal Jordan is typically, well, a hard ass, and I could totally see Josh Brolin taking up this role. They also said they wanted a much older version of the character who's taken the younger Jon Stewart under his wing, and Brolin definitely could personify that kind of tough love sort of character. Now, we do know Nathan Fillion is playing Guy Gardner and will make some kind of appearance in the series, but at this point, we still don't know who's going to play Jon Stewart. They are looking for a black actor between 27 and 35, and if they've got Josh Brolin as Hal, I have to think they're also going to look for a pretty big name to play the role of Jon Stewart. Now, we do know the show has a ton of talent backing it up. Emmy Award-winning Lost and Watchmen creator Damon Lindelof has worked on the pilot, and Ozark showrunner Chris Mundy is leading the charge. They also have acclaimed comic book writer Tom King, Justin Britt Gibson, and Vanessa Baden Hadley all on board to write the series. And with it set to start production early in 2025, many of us are thinking we will see it in 2026. Now, this has not been debunked or confirmed by James Gunn at this point, and he's been pretty active on social media today, so if there's going to be a debunk coming, we'll do a follow-up video. Gunn has been sharing a lot of stuff about Peacemaker and even that hypothetical Batman-Superman team-up, but he's not chimed in on this Green Lantern issue, and I think it could be quite the big deal. So, what do you guys think? Do you believe this rumor is true? And do you think Josh Brolin would be a good choice to take up the role of Hal Jordan? Make sure you sound off in the comments below.